for your own knowledge, but not to close your prospect. Okay, follow your Virgin Christian team's way of closing your prospects, not this information. This information for you to know when your any clients or prospects ask any questions, okay? Because in Herbalife we don't sell products, we sell our feeling, right? Okay, so this is the thing I learned, okay, after 1 year. Okay, so the roughly immune system is like that. It's like an umbrella. Under this immune system, okay, it helps our body, we are forced to protect ourselves from different infections, cancers, inflammations, and all those microorganisms like viruses and bacteria. Okay, so there are many components of the immune system. I'm not going into details of that. So it's just remember that it's like an umbrella, and it protects us as a host. We are host. It's our defense mechanism. Okay, and it starts developing. It's like a breeze, it's like a breeze. You can see the breeze. So it starts developing since you born, even before you born. That your development through the mother's womb, from that time and until the maturation. Okay, it forms a breeze, and nutrition, immunization, your environmental adaptation, exercise, this all play the role. So you can see that all the stress plus infection, but cancer, this actually breaks down that breeze, right? So the integral part here is this nutrition component. Okay, I'm going to share with you a little bit later if I have time. It's called epigenetics. Herbalife is doing all our genetic tests in, I think it's Hong Kong is around now, right? So why is that they're doing it? So I'll be sharing with you if I have time in the later part, because we call it epinutrigenomics, which is the trending science. And Herbalife projected 30 billion USD in next near future, right? I'm telling you, epinutrigenetics. Okay? So Herbalife projected 30 billion, right? I'm telling you, they projected, this was a downgraded, it will be more than 50 billion, because the training science and Dr. David Heber is the leading person of those group was leading this risk in the whole world. I'm going to share with you shortly. So today from my presentation, please take away not the information but my feeling for the product, because it's very important how confident you are when you consume the products every morning. Okay, so the nutrition is why it's so important in this whole immune system, because all those the bacteria, virus, or whatever stress or cancer, this kills our body cells through chronic oxidative stress or chronic inflammation. Oxidative stress or chronic inflammation altogether. So what is oxidative stress? If you cut an apple, you see it's become reddish, right? It's because that apple has an iron, okay, which is in the form which reacts with the environmental oxygen and become a different form of iron. So this become reddish color. That is called oxidation. So when same things happen inside our body cell, we call it oxidative stress, because we do not want to see ourselves like a reddish apple, right? We want to look younger, right? So here is the thing: there's no way you can stop the production of that kind of bad chemicals which cause this oxidative stress, because this is a natural metabolic byproduct. Our body has 63.2 trillion cells. How many? 63.2 trillion cells. And every cell in every single minute having more than 100 metabolic reactions. So 63.2 trillion multiply 100, beyond imagination the number. So every metabolic reaction causing some production of byproducts is like when you drive the car, it burns the petrol and produces smoke. This goes out. The similar thing happening inside of cell, which that smoke cause oxidative stress need to be neutralized, and the only thing can neutralize that thing is nutrition. So if you have inadequate nutrition, it's not working optimally, so you will have oxidative stress and it will lead to chronic inflammation. What is inflammation? If you touch anywhere in your body, it's become reddish color, swell up, that's inflammation. So when this inflammation, like that kind of mechanism, stays longer but don't produce like that kind of pain, that we call is chronic inflammation. Okay? So oxidative stress and chronic inflammation always works hand by hand. It's like a husband and wife. Because there's oxidative stress, there will be chronic inflammation. But there is chronic inflammation, there will be oxidative stress. And these together, end result is chronic inflammation. Why I'm talking talking at this because it's all about immune system. Can you see this slide? Okay, you no need to, you can take a photo. The chronic inflammation is the root mechanism, the root cause of any disease you can name it, all the chronic disease. You can talk about the heart attack, you can talk about stroke, cancer, osteoarthritis, all those kind of, the brain-related disease like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, even diabetes. So all these are chronic disease. And do you know that 7 out of top 10 cause of death, 7 out of top 10 cause of death worldwide is due to chronic disease. And the root cause of chronic disease is chronic inflammation. And inflammation is regulated by our immune system. Okay? So today, we're going to talk about the little immune system, then how some of our key products can help to boost our immune system. So, everyone knows what is our heart, right? The left or right? Our heart? Left. Our liver? Left, right. What is the liver? Liver? Right. What is the immune system? What is the immune system? What is not allowed because she knows already from here already. What is the immune system? Now you all cover immune system, right? But do you know what is the immune system? It's all over the body, right? But actually, 80% of your immune system is surrounding your gut, your intestine. 80% of your immune system, so you can take this photo, this is a medical evidence. All the paper I'm showing is a medical evidence. Because today my job is to show paper evidence. Later another speaker will show you body evidence. Okay, you know what I mean. Okay, so 80% of your immune system is located in the gut. And now you imagine every day what the normal people are putting in their gut. The food. Okay, so that is the reason our immune system is so bad. Okay, in here, not in proper life. Okay, so you see, we are drinking sometimes Coca-Cola, right? We drink some Coca-Cola, right? Or the Pepsi. The color is what color? It's a dark chocolate color, right? But when you pee, it's not that dark chocolate color, right? It's something yellowish. So what the color on? It's a poor liver, So it's a poor liver, it has to neutralize all those things. So it damages internally, your intestine, also damages some part of the liver. So we're going to share with you later on why it's so important, because liver plays a very significant role in oxidative stress to neutralize it. Okay, and how our product, which product, the most important for that. And particularly for that's a product I joined Herbalife, but when I joined Herbalife, I saw Malaysia don't have that product. Okay, so anyway, so you see our father of the medicine, Hippocrates, in 2000 years ago, he said all disease begins in the gut, right? So we modern doctors, scientists, we forgot about the ancient philosophy. So remember that if we want to improve our immune system, we need to take care of our gut. And this is my field, is neuroscience. We are talking about GBA, Great Britain America. It's called gut-brain axis. Gut-brain axis. So this gut-brain axis means that your brain and intestine is connected. If a problem is here, problem will be here. If problem is here, the problem is here. And David, he was one of the leading, scientists or researchers in this field. So we're not going to share a lot of that, but remember that you have to take care of your gut. All the things, all the chronic inflammation, rheumatoid arthritis, or anything you can name it, is originating from here. Because inside we have some good bacteria which maintains our body's immune system. And that good bacteria we call gut microbiota. Gut, G-U-T, gut microbiota, or in general we call it microbiome. Microbiome. Okay, why I say that? Because this is a little bit information you can relate with the products later on. What is a microbiome? Is microorganism inside your gut which makes your gut, all those immune cells healthy or active. Okay? So this is how this looks like. This is a nutrition in the center. It feeds your immune system, it feeds your metabolism, and it feeds your gut microbiome. Okay, your whole body microbiome. And David Huber is the one who is doing this. He's around the top 1%. You will see that. Okay, so nutrient is the central part in maintaining your gut health, your metabolism, and your immune system. Okay, so we all need to take a good nutrition, good supplements nowadays, I say, because everybody needs a supplement. Because, people are saying that, oh, okay, I take fresh fruits and vegetables, so why do I need Herbalife? Okay, so why we need Herbalife is a later question, but the most important question is first here you have to implant this information in your prospect that everybody needs a supplement. Now, so why? Because fruits and vegetables are not adequate in 21st century to provide the amount of vitamins and minerals we need. Okay, so let me share with you scientific evidence. So this is the article published in 2004. It's from the US, Texas Austin. It's a very famous university. They have done the research for 50 years, 1950 to 1999, in 43 gardens of United States, and they have compared the nutrition values of the fruits and vegetables. And they have found that in this century, the fruits and vegetables has 30 to 70% lack of nutrient. For example, I just choose from one, I said broccoli because I like broccoli. In broccoli in 1950s had around 130 milligram of calcium. The same size broccoli from the same land in this century had only 48 milligram of calcium. It's 70% loss. So we need supplements because we are lack. You know why? So why is so lack? It's very common sense, because farmers are producing fruits and vegetables multiple times in the same land to feed the 7.2 billion population. Like you can buy the mango in all over the year, right? It's supposed to be seasonal fruits. Watermelon is supposed to be seasonal fruits. You can buy it all the time. It's coming from where? It's coming from the land. And the land lacks nutrient. That's why fruits and vegetables lacks the nutrient. Okay? So when this paper was published, some of the scientists, they thought, oh, okay, you just do one research and you're claiming this. Okay, many of them did not really accept it well. So the scientist of here, Dr. Donald Davis, he did the follow-up study again and published in 2009. And this time this is the new paper, so he published in 2009, and he put 3 more evidence comparing all the past 50 to 100 years of data, the bottom, past 50 to 100 years of data, to support there are 3 more evidence that yes, in this century our fruits and vegetables significantly lack nutrients. Okay? It's at least 50 to 40%. At least 50 to 40%. So this is a fact. It's a medical science. It's published in medical journals, the reference medical journals. Alright? So I like to show the medical papers because before, I was a medical lecturer in University of Putra, Malaysia for 6 years, and I have published more than 25 international medical papers. So that's why I look into, thank you very much. So that's why I look into the scientific details. I don't buy what people say unless it's proven by science. And that's why what he was in trouble, I interviewed her for 6 hours before I joined. Okay? 6 hours in her home. Okay, so we understand that. So how about people who are taking organic, right? So the same journal who say that we do not have enough nutrients, the same journal also published the 50 years of research on the fruits and vegetables, vitamins and mineral contents, both organic way or all those now traditional, all the chemical way. And they have found that there is no difference of nutrition quality in between the organic and non-organic. Yes, non-organic may have less pesticides or less fertilizers, but the nutrient quality still as same as the organic one. So means you're taking the organic product, that's good, you're spending more money, but you're not getting more nutrients. Okay, so you need supplements, that's a must. Alright? Okay, so why Herbalife is becoming back shortly. Okay, why we need Herbalife as a food or supplement when we choose. That'll come back later. So let's talk about what kind of nutrition we need. We're not talking about taking nutrients, X, Y, Z. If you have some money, you go buy some spirulina and pop up some vegetable tablets. It doesn't work like that way. Because nutrition has to have a nutrition philosophy. We need to have our all nutrition in the form of carbohydrate, protein, and the fats. And we also need to have adequate amount of the water and exercise. So you can see that there's a fat, right? 30% fat. The majority of it is supposed to come from omega-3. Come from omega-3. Why? Because we have 63.2 trillion cells, right? all cell has a membrane, like I'm calling a shirt, the cell or a shirt or cell membrane, and significant amount of the cell membrane content is formed by omega-3. So you must need to take omega-3. So omega-3 is not a supplement anymore. It's supposed to be the food. Okay, it's a food, it's no more supplement. And if you think of supplement, if you think of any miracle supplement exists, that's omega-3. When I talk about our fish oil, I'll share a little bit more about that. So it's very important. And carbohydrate, we need to take a lot of complex carbohydrate compared to the simple carbohydrate. Complex carbohydrate is known that which is the low glycemic index of fibers and vitamins and minerals. That is complex carbohydrate. But simple carbohydrate, those who raise your blood sugar fast and they don't have the fiber and they generally lack nutrients and minerals. Okay? Protein, we take a lot of protein. I just say I'm specialized in nerve and muscle thing. So muscle is the thing I poke every day. You know how many muscles we have? More than 600 muscles. So do you need any other evidence that we need to take more protein? We have more than 600 muscles, you know. So how much protein you take? One piece of chicken here and there, it doesn't work, you know, because it's not going to absorb 100%, right? Yeah. So we need to take that. And for that purpose, I'm going to share some of the products of our Herbalife. Okay, because of the time limit, I will not cover all, just a few key nutrition. So first we come, before we go, I will share this with one of my very favorite quotes. The quote is from Socrates. He said, I have no answers, only questions. Why I'm saying that? Because, you know, time to time after you learn this, you know some of the ingredients and your clients will ask you, okay, why your shake has this? So before you answer, please ask them, why do you want to know that? Because that will tell their mindset or the root cause of the disease they're suffering. This is very important. Like yesterday, I go back 11 o'clock, one of our clients asked asked my wife, okay, do you have the selenium in the eggs, right? I say yes. So why you wonder? You say, because I'm already your shake of selenium and egg of the selenium, she's a gain weight, so I take a lot of eggs. So I wonder it will be chronically accumulated in our body and it will kill me. Okay, that's the thing. So I'm going to share a little about the things because this is one of the ingredients people may ask in Malaysia. I have got to know about this question many times. Our shake has sodium selenite. It's selenium, sodium selenite. And dog food also have the sodium selenite. So I got to sometimes get these questions. The people will ask the doctor, why your shake has a dog food? Why your shake has a dog food? So I asked them, so do you mean that if anything dog is, human cannot eat? So dog is protein, so we don't need protein, right? So how about the cat? The cat eats fish, so we don't eat fish as well. So also ask the questions, they will come back to the sense. And this always reminds me of my medical professor, used to say that common sense is commonly absent in common people. Common sense is commonly absent in common people. Because it's a Google time, right? So everybody did anything, this is Google. They don't use the brain thinking anymore. Really? The brain is like a muscle. You do pump, it gets pumped up. You think of a brain, it has a lot of interactions, a lot of, things comes. You become more powerful. But if you don't think, ask Mr. Google, you lose your common sense. So when you ask a question, they will come back to your common sense. So it will be easy for you to penetrate their rigid belief. So selenium, we have a little bit of amount. Nobody gets selenium poison unless you eat Brazilian nuts. Brazilian nuts has a lot of selenium, so it becomes toxic. Why selenium? Selenium is so important in a trace element is for the thyroid. So I give you my personal experience of one of my patients. So she was obese and she was also feeling lethargic and it was cold. So when she goes to see the doctor, endocrinologist, and they do the blood test and found that her thyroid hormone is not functioning properly. It's not too bad, but it's not optimal. It's called subclinical. Means not really have the full-blown thyroid disease, but going through. So asked her to take the thyroid pills. That one we give. And she thought, okay, I want to take a second opinion because how she found me and asked me. At that time I was not in Herbalife. Okay, so bad for her. It's 10, 15 years ago. Okay, so she asked me, doctor, I am having these things, so should I go for thyroid medication? So I told her, no, your thyroid is not problem because you're oversized. So I asked her to lose weight and I gave him selenium supplement. She is totally alright. So selenium is that important and our shake has a selenium. This is one of the ingredients I look for when I choose to consider jet propylene. So I'll shake at selenium. And sometimes some people will ask why you shake at the silicon dioxide. It's not like chemical. Okay? Okay. So the silicon dioxide you also need a small amount because it's very important for your muscle growth and healing and repairing of all tissue injuries. Okay? So if I have time later, I'll ask you when they ask this kind of questions. There's a way to ask them. If I have time, I'll share with you. That's what I told my downlines because previously I used to tell them a lot of medical ingredients and they will cannot remember. And on their new prospect, they'll come take my shake. We have this, and they cannot close, right? So that was the wrong way. So I learned from my mistakes. So what I tell them, so I'm going to share with you if I have some time later on. If you ask questions, what's the question you need to ask? So for that reason, we need to know a little of the science. Okay? So that is our shake, Formula 1. We have all the vitamins and minerals, 18 to 20 vitamin minerals, and together with all the nutrients from the plant, it can be around 40 to 55 types of the nutrients. So it's a low GI, only human-made low GI food is available in this earth. This is our Formula 1. But my question is for you to understand one thing. Do you know that our cappuccino and cookies and cream, the lowest amount of the sugar is only 3.5 grams? Okay, and others is around 7.8 to 8 grams, right? Do you know why? Okay, so there are, these are our advisory code over that they will not tell because of a lot of legal problems there, a lot of medical things there. So I believe they know that they have, in Propylene there are many distributors, intelligent, they will figure it out. First thing I tell you is, do you know that people who are taking keto diets, okay, it's not really healthy for the long term, but there are people who do the keto and lost like 15 kilo, and you tell them you start keto, you become their enemy. Right or not? The people who are on the keto diet lost only 10-15 kilos. Okay, you have salute them because they're very disciplined. Okay, and their energy level, everything goes up, all these things come down, and you have to tell them, hey, keto is bad, you stop, and you become their enemy. Right? So I tell them what oh, your keto fantastic, I salute your discipline. I have a product perfectly matched with your keto diet. Cappuccino and cookies and cream. And as with keto, you cannot take the fruits and vegetables because it's a carbohydrate, so you don't get that kind of vitamins and minerals. But by taking the shake, you can take 3 to 4 times. You feel full and you have enough nutrient. So instead of going against them, okay. So I believe our Herbalife, if I can think of it, if it is taught by them, but they cannot tell because they cannot do any branding of any other thing. So I know they will understand. Okay, there are many other doctors or pharmacists in, for example, distributor, they will figure it out. So please use Formula 1, okay, for people who are in the keto. And once they accept it, it will be easy for you later on. See that effect good, easy for you to change their behavior pattern of the food. Okay? Number one. Second is that these two flavors, as the low carbohydrate, people who are in the diabetes and having the insulin or multiple anti-diabetic medication, please do not give them in the night time. Okay? The one I talked about the cappuccino and cookies and cream is a low carbohydrate. So those people who are on diabetes, taking the insulin and many other diabetic medication, do not give that as their night. If you give them night, they may go hypo in around 2 a.m. that time, hypoglycemic. So use that one for them in the morning because most of the diabetes patients, after they take any food, their blood glucose go high up. So this one is a low sugar, so their blood sugar will never go high up. So use these two in the morning, okay? And don't give this at night time. So that's the information I want to share with you about our Formula 1 because most of the things you already know. So next, we talk about soy, right? Soy got many problems now, soy became a villain now, right? Isn't it? Okay, soy, you get soy, you develop the man boobs, all those kind of things. Okay? I cannot accept this if it comes from the Chinese. If Chinese people say soy has this problem, okay? I say, if soy really causes the, estrogen, also kind of problem, you should not have born already, You say, why? Because China is one of the biggest soy consuming country. And if soy has estrogen, all the Chinese guys will be, born. But guess what? China is like 2 billion population, the largest country. Okay? No science needed here, right? No science needed. So please, Yeah, common sense. So I'm going to share with you some common sense. So if the Chinese tell, I say, if hey, you're Chinese, right? You should not have born, you know. But you should not have born already. Because of that, so I'm going to get the medical evidence of the soil. Okay, then. So this is Dr. David Heber. So do you know that he has all kind of degree? Do you know that he has a PhD in medical nutrition and physiology? Do you know that he has a PhD? And he's one of the top 1%. The scientists in the world, because we already have the top 1%, the latest post, because he's doing that. Okay, the top 1%. So he has, his Instagram has this video, please watch it. He said that soy is not an estrogen. He said that by drinking soy or taking soy, you will not have the man boobs. So this is Dr. David Heber. Okay? So let's share with you a little bit of the medical evidence. Because he has this video, maybe you have to scroll 30 or 40 videos, let's say, you see that. Okay, the next photo. Faster, I have 28 more minutes. Okay, so this is the medical paper. You can take a photo of that. It is saying that soy does not cause all those uterus cancer. Because soy is not an estrogen. Soy is not an estrogen. Soy does not cause uterus cancer. Okay? How about the breast? So this is like a medical Bible journal. It's a medical Bible journal. So we can take the photo. Let me explain this. So this was done on the Chinese population. Because China has the lowest rate of the breast cancer. Makes sense? Because the high amount of soy consuming has the lowest rate of the breast cancer among the world. So they have done the research on 5,000 Chinese women with the breast cancer. And they give them the soy products and found that those who take the soy products, okay, they have 25% reduction of the breast cancer recurrence. In American, we can do 1%, very happy. 25% reduction of the breast cancer, those who consume soy. And it also prevents breast cancer. This is the medical Bible, Journal of American Medical Association. Okay? So this is about the soy. And also, we are showing that by taking the soy, you do not have the thyroid problem. Okay? By taking the soy, you don't have the thyroid problem. And the next tweet is showing that by taking soy, the men's sperm quality does not reduce. Okay? This is the medical evidence. So then why is the problem of the soy? Let me explain to you this. Why people talking bad of the soy? There are some facts into it. Okay, let me explain that. You know the soy, when we produce the soy in traditional Asian way, it will go through full fermentation. Okay? Why is it important? Because soy has a covering, a shell, which is, we call, the phytate. Okay, it's a chemical which blocks the nutrients. So without doing full fermentation, that phytate will not be eliminated. So when it happened that the soy in Japan and China, is very good effect, so Western countries started producing the soy. And that time the science was not that developed, so they did not fully fermentize it. Okay, and that's why many of those phytate was inside the soy, and it really caused problem on those. So the way of Asian, because since in Google, Asian way of production soy has no problem. It prevents all this breast cancer, thyroid problem, everything. But if you do not fully fermentize, there's a problem. But we don't need to think about that because our is not the full soy, but the soy isolate. So Herbal is smart. They did not go through the full taking the soy. We just isolate the soy protein. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. Say our is not the full soy. Our is soy protein isolates. Okay. Anything about soy? So I think that's good enough for soy. Okay, so we go to our F3, we call in Malaysia is F3, is a personalized protein powder. So we have both soy and whey. People ask why you both combination, right? So you have a look into this curve. The number one, the top one is whey protein. Means once you take any protein, how fast it absorbs and how fast it remains in the system. So number one, the first one is whey protein. Okay, once you take, it goes up, very fast absorbed, and very fast come down. Whereas the number two is the soy protein. It absorbs slowly, remain longer, then slowly go down. The casein protein is another milk protein, also the same, almost like soy kind of profile. So by adding the soy and whey protein together, you have a longer duration of the protein in your blood, which is important because when we do exercise, we need a metabolic window of 30 minutes to repair our muscle. but we also need to sustain the protein level in the blood for the muscle growth, we call rebuild. Okay, so that's why we need a continuous supply of the protein. So that's why by putting soy and whey, you give our body to have a longer duration of the protein supply. Is that okay? Understand? Okay, that's fantastic. So this is F3. So formula 2. Formula 2 is a multivitamin. It has around 20 vitamins and minerals. And why you need to take formula 2 if you have already formula 1? People ask, right? So you know that medical insurance, medical card? Okay, everybody has it, right? Does it mean everybody has a disease? You keep it for prevention, right? So F2 is like that. You know, we are living in the ocean of stress. And sometimes, you know, some disease like H1N1, bird flu, that flu will come. Some new disease appear. So that time your body need extra power to fight those new bacteria and viruses. And F2 is like your medical insurance. If you keep that one, it will remain high. When there's kind of new insult coming, you have the more power to fight it. So that's why this F2 is very important. Okay? And those who are not losing weight suddenly get stuck at F2. They'll start losing weight again. So, yes. Because it will increase the metabolism. To burn fat, you need all the B complex. It has a lot of B complex inside. Okay? So next is cell activo. This is the one in US they call F3, right? In US it's called F3 or cell activator. And this is the product I joined Herbalife, but that time Herbalife didn't have it. So I'm going to share a little bit of this information in cell activo. Please, pay attention. Cell activo is ingredient called alpha lipoic acid. It is a very powerful, most powerful antioxidant. So why is it important? As I told you that our cell has a lot of metabolic reactions, right? In the cell we have small, this kind of the organelle we call mitochondria. Mitochondria we call the powerhouse. All of the energy coming from that small organelle we call mitochondria. And all the metabolic reaction, the powerhouse, the power producing is happening there. And that is the place where you produce oxidative stress. And alpha lipoic acid works inside the mitochondria to neutralize this oxidative stress. It is the most powerful antioxidant. It can pass through water, it can pass through fat. Okay, this is cell activo. Plus, it has many other benefits. So I give one example like, if you have a car, is it easy to move that car by driving or by pushing? Driving, right? So our body's main antioxidant producing organ is the liver. But the liver is busy removing all the caloric substances you're eating. So it doesn't have that ability much to focus on producing antioxidant. That is we call in our body little glutathione. So what this cell activo does, this ALA does, we also take vitamin A, C, and E. These are also antioxidants, right? Okay. So cell activo not only works as an antioxidant, it recycles back body's existing antioxidant A, C, E, and glutathione. So it gives body to fight antioxidant by itself, by driving the car, not pushing the car from outside. So cell activo not only is a powerful antioxidant, it also recycles our existing antioxidants. Okay, so that's how it is so amazing. So people who are doing exercise, if you really want to have a muscle build, you must take cell activo after your exercise. Because without an antioxidant, muscle cannot rebuild. Okay, you need whatever you're taking. After that, our body evidence person come and tell you. But after that, after post exercise, you must need to have an antioxidant. That is cell activo. It's a must. Okay. Thank you. Can I please some water?
Your hands. Everybody clap your hands.
So far okay everyone? 20 more minutes. So now we have many teas. I'm not going into details of the tea. All tea is good because all the ingredients of tea, either green tea or different kinds of tea, these are polyphenols, powerful antioxidants. So you must drink tea as a good antioxidant. There are many kinds of tea. Drink all. Okay? You take the green tea alone, it has its own benefit. because green tea is very powerful as an antioxidant, or normal teas with the, the hibiscus, malvaceres, the combination. This is also fantastic tea. These all increase your metabolism, but it also works as anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. The guarana tea, the energy of guarana, right? You know the guarana? So guarana has an additional benefit. I'm not talking about the guarana tea, I'm talking about the guarana compound, okay? Guarana is the guarana seed extract. That is 3 times more powerful than a coffee bean. But minus all the coffee side effects. Because it's a natural catechins. All our tea has a caffeine in the form of natural, called catechins, not caffeine. So difference between catechin and caffeine are, catechin is produce a similar effect of caffeine minus the side effects. Because you don't have all the palpitation, all those kind of things. It's very common in Chinese because of the metabolic enzymes issues. So guarana has another scientific evidence that it enhances the memory and attention span. So people, the students in the morning sleepy, ask them to take the guarana. It will really help them a lot. Okay, so that's all the teas. So we go for the aloe vera. Okay, aloe vera, you know that the Egyptian, the pharaohs, they used to call it the miracle plant because they take this aloe vera in the tomb for healing property. Aloe vera has 200 active nutrients inside, 200. Okay, it has many benefits. It can, not only a digestion system, it's a benefit for healing. And the thing I'm sharing with you is the immune system, right? Aloe vera has inside one ingredient, the main aloe vera compound called polysaccharide. It's called polysaccharide. Aloe vera, the main ingredient is a polysaccharide. This polysaccharide scientifically proven to reduce the infection. Whenever your body got any virus, this aloe vera will bind with this virus and neutralize it. So that's how you enhance your immune system. This is aloe vera. Okay? So, but I want to highlight aloe vera for another reasons. I want you to remember that. It's called adaptogen. Can you remember that? Adaptogen. I don't know how to say it in other languages. In English is adaptogen. So let me explain you what is adaptogen. Adaptogen means that whenever your body is in any kind of stress, either it can be a viral disease or bacterial disease or just psychological stress, like a lot of stress hormone, adaptogen will come and neutralize your stress. The thing called stress. So that is aloe vera. That's what we call aloe vera is for healing. It's not only a particular disease. Aloe vera is a healer nutrient. Okay? It comes, whatever stress you have, either skin or digestive system or whatever, it will come and try to neutralize it. So that's called adaptogen. Because that polysaccharide can bind with many molecules. Okay, so it depends on what kind of stress you have. So that is aloe vera. So this is another thing, we have our fiber with inulin. So why we need a great scientific advisory board? Because those people think of the science far beyond, and advanced than other people can think. So do you know that our fiber, by this time everybody knows what is the use of fiber, right? I'm not doing that detail, but I'll tell you why our fiber has inulin since it was, it was created. Because of David Huber and that kind of scientists. Now, recently it's proven that inulin itself has an immunomodulatory function. It enhances the immune system, it even prevents colon cancer, and those who already have the colon cancer, it even reduces the cancer cell growth in the colon. That is inulin. So give a big hand to our scientific advisory board. So they are very nice. So by taking our fiber, okay, you have the inulin, and inulin helps you anti-cancer. Okay, it improves your immune system. It also reduces your fat absorption. So it also good in, reduce your cholesterol. All right. Okay, that's about the inulin. So talk about the 3 products: omega-3 fish oil. By this time, I think I already told you that omega-3 is no more supplement. It should be a food. Okay. If you take the omega-3 in higher dose, it's proven in the medical science, like 10 to 30 grams per day, it can even reverse the chronic kidney failure function improve. People who have the chronic kidney failure, they have research, they take the 10 to 13 grams of 4 to 13 grams of the omega-3 per day, it improves the kidney functions. This is omega-3. There are 2 clinical brain death cases was given 21 gram of omega-3 daily in the United States, and those patients were out. Okay, so in the United States, one is the 17 years old and the one is a 40 years old minor. Okay, they're poor minds, so they're clinically brain dead, but the parents didn't give up, and they finally to get a neuroscience specialist who is omega-3 specialist. They give infusion of omega-3 up to 21 gram per day, and they woke up and they are normal people now. So that is omega-3. That's what I'm saying. If any supplement can cause miracle, that's omega-3. And our omega-3 is special. No smell, right? Do you know why? A little bit costly, people say. Okay, but it's not really costly because our 1 capsule equal to 3 capsules of others people. So it's because our omega-3, so I learned from Dr. Luigi. I had some session with him. Our omega-3 goes through a special process we call carbon chelation or carbon chelation, whatever you say, carbon chelation. So that's how it takes out all the impurities and all the heavy metals. So very purest form of omega-3. Okay? So, the next about the NW, you know that is a precursor of the nitric oxide. We have the amino acid, all this L-citrulline, L-taurine, L-arginine. These are all very helpful for our vessels, brain, muscles, even for exercise. Okay? So I'm going to share with you a little bit more on another combination. Okay? Because NW you know enough. That is the garlic plus. Did you know that our garlic plus has garlic plus vitamin C? So again, why our scientific advisory people are so smart? They put the vitamin C with the garlic. Do you know why? Because garlic has many benefits. One of the benefits is that it helps you to vasodilation. Okay? And it reduces the nitric oxide. This is the garlic function, one of the garlic functions. So it helps you to reduce blood pressure. But by adding vitamin C with the garlic, it enhances nitric oxide production 200%. So now imagine if the person taking NW and garlic plus, what will happen? Okay, so all men very happy. Take garlic plus and NW together and their partner. Okay? So this is the combination. This is Herbalife. Alright, photo taken, I got it. I'll give you the slide. Okay, so now we're going to the sports nutrition a little bit, but not so much because I'll talk about the paper evidence, sports nutrition, will come the body evidence. So our Formula 1 sports, I have some session with Dr. Julian, I learned something. We have both whey and casein protein. So by this time you already know that whey will be absorbed fast, casein will be absorbed slow, right? So it gives a similar protein profile like Formula 1. So you can use it as a also meal replacement, no problem. Okay? And our Formula 1 sport has L-glutamine. This is also a very important nutrient, L-glutamine. That's not talking about our intestine, right? Intestine, all the immune system is intestine. And you know our intestine has a villi. Okay? Surrounding the villi is all our immune cells. Every cell growth or division is energy, and it takes from usually carbohydrates. Every cell grow, or one cell become 2 or 2 become 4, this energy comes from the carbohydrate. But for villi cell growth, energy comes from L-glutamine. So those who are having all those kind of IBS related problems, or have the leaky gut syndrome, so many allergies, this part cannot take, that one cannot take, okay, give them fiber, aloe vera, and this one. Okay, it will heal the leaky gut syndrome, because without L-glutamine, your villi cell doesn't become healthy. Okay, so it's very, very important, L-glutamine. Alright? Okay, leaky gut syndrome means our gut supposed to absorb only the nutrient. So what happens that we eat all the rubbish, it doesn't clear, it medicines, it slowly cause the small holes or pores in our gut. So undigested food particles are absorbed, toxin absorbed, and this leaky gut syndrome, microbiota, all is related. It's one packet kind of information. That's what our Herbalife is working on. first 10 years. So leaky gut syndrome, from there all the toxins and inflammatory things is coming in our blood and causing all these inflammations. Okay, so you say I have a patient who has, has a list, cannot eat, okay, very inside, everything inside, almost 100 food calorie allergy. So I asked him one question: do you think God is so unfair to you, give you, live in this earth, but you cannot eat all those healthy food? I said, do you think God is so unfair to you, send you to the earth, but give you the hundreds of healthy food inside you cannot eat? And in the children time we used to eat, right? Yeah, no problem, right? Now they have a problem. Then you explain the leaky gut syndrome and say, I have the solution for that. You have two choices. Option number one, follow your doctor, avoid all those things, and remain whole life like that. Okay? Even like, your life will become like a white paper, nothing inside. Okay? Okay. Or you follow me, give me 3 to 6 months time, and start enjoying all the delicacies of the world. Okay, so you choose. Okay? So this is about leaky gut syndrome. So now we talk about CR7. This is very special. All sports drinks are isotonic. Right? Our one is not isotonic, it's hypotonic. Our is hypotonic. Hypotonic, what is the benefit? It helps you to absorb the minerals faster and it restores your the electrolyte rehydration faster. It's called hypotonic. But this is not the reason I'm going to talk to you, because there are another few brands of the hypotonic. But this CR7 has glucose like other. But you see, when you do exercise, our muscle has a window where the glucose go in. So imagine that window is like a spectacular extravaganza, one door, young people like this long queue. So this is happening when you're doing vigorous exercise. Your muscle needs glucose, but glucose molecule going through one door very slowly. So your muscle recovery doesn't happen so well, right? But that's why again our Herbalife scientific advice report, they put in our CR7 4 different types of the carbohydrate which pass through 4 different kinds of window. That's why when you get CR7, it goes through like this, like this, like this, like this. So that is CR7, and I am, I play badminton. My background is army, college, so I was a competitive athlete, so I understand. When I get CR7, the result is totally different without CR7 and with CR7. So our CR7 has 4 types of the carbohydrate which goes to the muscle in 4 different windows. Your muscle gets nutrition, plus we have inside vitamin B which helps that glucose to metabolize faster. And one more interesting thing of our CR7 that it has magnesium. What's that? Magnesium. You know why magnesium? Magnesium helps to release your muscle, relax, so you don't get a cramp. Plus it slows down the heartbeat. So when I play badminton, this is the way I sell my CR7. I play, they have to say, hey, why are you so panting? You say, I'm not panting. You know what is my secret? That purple color drink. Okay, so other people will drink like that, right? But you take CR7, no, your heartbeat is controlled, is the magnesium. Okay, so that is about CR7. So now a little bit of the scientific evidence of why Herbalife. Now, before you know is why we need supplements, and I will talk about something of the nutrition supplements, but why Herbalife? Why not other company? Okay, now the question is that, okay, is the Herbalife one of the best of the best companies, or is the best company, only the best company? So you understand that. So before we go there, we need to know about some information. In 2015, in US, the New York Attorney General, they have done some, investigation, and we're good people. We don't care about other companies, so I have, hide it with the black color. Many good company name is here. You can just Google it. You can find it out. They found that those nutrition, the supplements sold in all those supermarkets, okay, the lack of the nutrient, whatever they written in the back, don't have inside, and even have sand inside. So they banned many of those companies. So that is a big news in 2015. Okay? So this is one kind of other brand standard. I'm going to share the slide please. I have 4 minutes time, I need to go fast. Okay? So this is the 2 study. Omega-3 fish oil, one is in New Zealand and Australia, and one is in the US. they have tested 50 top selling omega-3. And they found that whatever written outside, how much milligram, don't have the inside exact amount. Plus, the amount of the mercury level is 30%, 30 to 50% higher than FDA recommended mercury level. Okay, so that is the standard of other supplements. So why Herbalife? Why is so important? I'm going to share with you this slide. Please take this photo. It's a very important slide. I'm sure the majority of you may not know about that. Okay? Okay, I made overtime a little bit to 3 minutes. Okay, so let me explain this, please, bear with me. You know, when we extract things from the plants and vegetables, right? How we going to be confirmed 100% we really extract the aloe vera or soy protein? Why not we extract maybe some fertilizer together? So, like we have the fingerprint to understand who we are. So we can also do the DNA, we call footprint of all those supplements or the plants thing. So the existing science of identifying the source, we call it NMR. NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance. Same like MRI, we do MRI, it's called NMR. For the plants and the things we do, we see, we understand 100% confirm this is that. But the problem is that existing, the way of doing that could not reveal many hidden DNAs. So the chance of impurity is more. But Herbalife invented the system which can show the previously invisible DNAs can be seen, and that is the patented technology of Herbalife which all other companies are using now. So we are the father. Okay, so that's why when we say our herb has a soy protein isolate, it has soy protein isolate because we use this technology and we are the father of this technology we invented. So Herbalife has the technology which other people use, scientific community, to isolate the DNA footprint of the products they isolate. So this is Herbalife. Okay? So these are the few things I see, I share about how to see a product is very scientifically sound or not, medical facts. So you need to see, is this cellular nutrition or not? How are you going to see? You have to see whether it's affiliated with UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles or not, because they have the the Human Center for Nutrition. Then we have to see that CGMP, we call the United States, the National Science Foundation. NSF is like, they give the manufacturing standard. Like, even if you use iPhone which is made in China, but you don't buy the China phone, right? Because of the standard. So NSF is to give you the quality of the standard manufacturing procedure used to produce the product. The third one is the clinical standard, is how good the product is. Clinical standard means is the highest safety, and whether it's proven by medical science on human or not. Because many companies, they produce the product and they just use it. They don't have any result on human body. So that one is because we have to see this for. So let's see, because if you go to the UCLA, you go to there and you just Google Marcus, you can see that we're really affiliated with UCLA. Many other companies are coming from Johns Hopkins or Stanford University. Actually, you go to the website, they put that, you don't say anything. So we are really affiliated with UCLA. Okay? These are our scientific advisors. Okay? They are very, very famous people. Okay, I don't have much time to talk about them. They're very, very famous people. That's why our product has early plus vitamin C, our product has 5 inulin, which more things 5 years later, they already done now. Okay, this is our life. Okay? All the famous people from all over the world, more than 300 scientists, so they are spending time to have a new product or improved product more than what we have now. This is the NSF database. You just go NSF, you put the Herbalife name, you can sign it. You can find our Herbalife company. Why is it important? Because these are the people who will come to your factory and check to see your production standard. It's very important. Then you go to FDA. Please take this photo and remember what I'm saying. Please don't misquote me. That will be the problem. FDA does not approve any supplements. FDA only approves food and FDA only approves the drugs, medicine. But FDA oversees all food and supplements. So remember the word. Herbalife is FDA regulated, significantly regulated company. What does it mean? All the drugs company has to be under here. Means if you are under here, FDA will come, random check and see whether your standard is clinically safe or not. So once you are FDA regulated, the things you put on the label has to be exactly inside. And what you have exactly inside, you have to put outside. That's why our product has, very clearly written, we have these, the gold gum or these, the carry green as emulsifying agents. Other products don't have because they are not FDA regulated. So we are FDA regulated, means we follow international labeling law and we maintain the clinical standard like medicine, the highest standard of production safety. Okay, and if scientifically proven, otherwise it cannot be FDA regulated. It doesn't mean we're FDA approved because FDA regulated. Okay, please remember that. So this is our the research paper up to 2014. Herbalife has done 20 research papers. These are the products was this is a Formula 1 fish oil and NW was given to the Taiwanese population, and they have found that they significantly improve metabolic syndrome, all those obese syndrome they improve. So our Herbalife products is not only just telling that okay, you take it, you lose weight. No, we have study on human. And next slide is going to be the most important. Please take the photo of that slide. We call it clinical trial. Any product or any medicine, any medicine that cannot come to the market without clinical trial. So clinical trial is the highest number one safety investigation. Okay, before we can tell scientifically to take this product, you will not die. So all medicine has a clinical trial. So our Herbalife has 6 clinical trials. I'm going to share with you one of them important. The one is number 3 on our shake effect on the liver, kidney, and the stings. It was done in 2008. So this is our Herbalife 6 clinical trials, and the trial on many people say you take Herbalife, you have the liver problem. So after this, you should not have this confusion anymore. This clinical trial was done by National Institute of Health (NIH), and the sponsor was UCLA, not Herbalife. And Herbalife was just as a collaborator. So they take the product and they investigated on the people for 1 year. The test, and they found that Herbalife products Formula 1 does not cause liver problem, renal problem, skin or bone problem. And this is a published paper in 2019. 2009, sorry. So that's why, some ABCD people or XYZ will come out with something liver problem, they're all referring to the old report of 2007. There's no new. And 2007 already been cleared off. If I have time later on, you can ask me to share with you a little bit. So that's the thing, Herbalife does not cause any liver problem, Formula 1. So that is the science. So how about others? The top 3 competitors, I don't want to mention their name. One of them, the grandfather one, they have only one. Who's the grandfather company, they have only one clinical trial. The number 3 is the one who is also they have a weight loss product, they have also one. And another one, they are talking about cellular nutrition also, they have 0 clinical trials. Then I'll share with you later, you ask your president team later what the name, because we're good people, we don't talk bad about it. So, after this is how I investigated Herbalife before I started Herbalife. And then, I decided to consume my product. It was in 2007, I was 60 kg. As a 60 kg. And I came to Malaysia around that time, 2006. I'm not originally Malaysian, I'm from Bangladesh, but I'm married to Malaysian. So I don't know what happened after I come to Malaysia. I become 78 kg. You see my long face becomes like moon face. Right? So this is happening in Malaysia, right? And there's a time I was looking for, and I was doing weight management, by the way, because of I'm a neuro doctor, I always believe in nutrition. Herbalife is my number 17 company I tried. So I always use nutrition. So when all other nutrition fails, or my patient, or didn't work well, or medicine I was doing, this year is my weight management for 16 years. So Herbalife with 6 years. So before 10 years I was already doing work management. So my thing also didn't work for me. Okay, and I feel the side effects of the medicine. So I decided, okay, let's give Herbalife a try, but after I tried all those things. And that is how I was looking for Herbalife, and then I found Vanessa. Is Vanessa here? Okay. So Vanessa, then I met Vanessa, and Vanessa called Audrey, and that's how I met Audrey, and I took interview 6 hours at her home. Okay. So before I joined, because I had my own escapism, because it's not the first company, it's another 17th company, right? I want to make sure I'm in the right team. Okay, not the right company. I know the right company. Okay, I only done 3 months of research on the products and ingredients, so I know the right company. Okay, so I joined, and I took products, and I lost our products in 2 months time. So listen, initial class has started. Okay, so this is my wife. When she was pregnant, 6 months at the time we started Herbalife. After delivery, definitely weight gain, right? And she also lost around 12 kg in 2 months time. And this is my Herbalife baby who's since 6 months ago. So that is how, and we also practice active lifestyle, because active lifestyle will reduce stress, doesn't it? Yeah. So remember that our Herbalife is cellular nutrition. It protects all the system. It protects all the system. Okay. So before we finish, I should remind you this. Remember. Okay. Ask some questions. Don't give the answer first. All right. Okay. Can you help me to do one thing before I finish? This is my last slide. When I say Herbalife, with the top of your voice, can you say cellular nutrition? Can you? Ready? With the top of your voice, cellular nutrition is Herbalife. Herbalife! One more. Herbalife! Herbalife! Okay, so this is my Instagram. You can see that. This is Doctor's Bulletin. Okay, and this is Dr. Simon is my Facebook name. And that's how I conclude. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.